We traditionally knock before entering a room.
Oh, sorry. How rude of me.
That's quite all right. I think I can forgive you this once, especially considering the circumstances.
Oh, yes, sir. And can I say how grateful I am?
No need for the gratitude. You've earned it.
Now then, can I ask why I'm here?
Of course, straight to the point. With your new promotion comes a certain number of privileges.
Privileges?
Yes, that's right. Certain perks for your newfound status. You're a member of the elites now, Tommy, so you must start acting like one.
Well, what are these privileges?
Unlimited access at the Quo Vadis Club, including the spa and golf course.
Of course.
Priority listings for any relatives at the top schools in the country.
Oh, very nice.
You are a member of the club, after all.
Well, this seems more than worth the effort of reaching this level.
Does it? Well then, there is one more thing.
Yes, sir?
A relatively new program, just been initiated this past year.
A new program being...
Brand new, actually. And I'm starting to think it might pique your interest.
Well, what is it?
It's a certain program aimed at helping men like yourself.
Men like myself.
Men who have been working their entire lives in the service of others, and now deserve a bit of indulgence for themselves.
And what might these indulgences involve? I mean, was the spa and golf course not enough?
What I'm about to tell you is top secret, only divulged to those of your level. If you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone whatsoever, you will be demoted to a permanent bottom line status. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Monty, come in for a moment. Yes, sir. I would like for you to meet someone. Another promotion, sir. Yes. This is Thomas. Oh, look at his face. Yes, he didn't faint like the last fellow. Are you married, Tom?
Yes.
Children?
2. One of each.
How old?
Twins. 2 months old.
Special period for any father. Now, Thomas, with your promotion comes a certain expectation of qualities as well as your new responsibilities. We need you to perform at a certain level. Therefore, we've decided to create this new program in order to alleviate some of the pressures that our senior members of staff may be experiencing. We take a sample of your blood and then grow you one of these.
Clone, sir.
Quite. Fully sentient and fully dedicated to serve. Obviously, they're not intelligent enough to perform your job for you, but they are remarkably useful in conducting some of the more domestic aspects of our lives. Monty, for instance, his main role is in taking Mrs. Anderson for dinner at evenings whilst I have to work late. Some of the more dubious employees use them as an alibi for a little extramarital affection, if you know what I mean.
This, doesn't seem quite right, sir.
The procedure is fully optional, but if your performance slips, unfortunately you will be demoted, and considering what you've just been told, serious measures would have to be taken.
I'll have to think about it. Talk to my wife.
Of course you can't tell your wife. That would defeat the entire purpose of what we're trying to achieve here. The point of these things is to keep your family satisfied whilst giving your full attention to the company.
My wife said she was happy with the longer hours.
And she will be. At least for the first couple of months. And then you'll have to miss a family engagement. And then you'll have to cancel that holiday that you were planning. And then, you'll be hit with an expensive divorce and you won't get the opportunity to see your children grow up. Look here, Thomas. A man provides for his family. That's what he does. And if he cannot provide, is he even a man?
I understand, sir. I'll still have to think about it.
That is understandable. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. One more thing, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Well done for your promotion. We expect great things from you. Not so fast, Monty.
Yes, sir.
Sit back down. It's come to my attention that you've been causing quite some trouble around the town. Trouble, sir? Yes, trouble. You heard me. And we can't be having that. No, sir. Not at all, sir. Unfortunately, your mischief's been putting your future in quite some jeopardy. And the outcome of this interview will determine where we go from here. Understand? Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Question 1. How often do you share your feelings with friends and relatives? Often, sir. Question 2. How often do you do kind things for others? Again, often, sir. May I inquire what this is about? What's that? May I ask what this is all about? No. Question 3. How often would you classify yourself as feeling irritated, anxious, or unruly? Excuse me, sir. How often do you classify yourself as feeling irritated, anxious, or unruly?
I don't know. Maybe once or twice a week.
Maybe more? I see. Look, sir, I must know what this is about. Your productivity as myself has not been up to sufficient standards, and therefore the likelihood of your replacement has increased dramatically under the current circumstances. Replacement? Yes, replacement. Your likelihood for replacement. Now tell me, why do you think we're having this conversation? It wasn't serious. What wasn't serious? Well, sir, I didn't mean for it to happen. Didn't mean for what to happen. Don't you know, sir? Of course I know, but I must hear it from you. Well, I hit her, sir. Hit who? My wife. My wife! Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Continue. Well, I mean, it happened. And I don't feel too proud about it. Do you know the name you represent? Your name, sir. Yes, that's right. You represent me, and I can't have you damaging my image like that. Fully understand, sir, but I can do better. I think I have drawn my conclusion. No, sir, just please, sir. You can't come back from this. No, sir, I beg you, please. Know your place! Yes, sir. Exit through the same door that you came through. I think you know where you're going.
heard about you from upstairs.
Did you?
Apparently concerned with what we do down here.
Well, slightly.
Well, don't be. All you posh folk are all the same. Right, I just need to take some blood so you'll feel a slight pinch.
Ow.
And that's it.
That's it.
We take your DNA, do a couple of complicated scientific procedures that your corporate mind couldn't possibly comprehend, and then in 2 months' time he will be ready.
He being...
Your replicant.
Right, of course.
Have you thought about what you're going to name him yet?
To name him?
You should give him a name. Gets confusing if you don't. Some people forget which one they are.
Right. Are you done?
With you, yes. We have to run just a few more procedures though.
Before I go,
Yes.
what do you think about all this?
What?
This cloning? I mean, doesn't it seem a bit unethical?
Have you been living under a rock?
No.
Everyone's doing it. Not just this company. But we can't let the general public know, or everyone would want one.
You really think they would?
Of course they would.
So why doesn't everyone...
Because that's not how the world works. The rich stay rich by keeping the poor poor. That's why the company employs me to make these things, so that men like you can go off and do whatever disgusting things you want with you.
I'm doing this for my family.
That's what everyone says.
So maybe they are.
All I'm saying is none of these clones come back here asking for a penicillin shot, if you know what I mean.
You do not know me very well.
Nor do I want to. You posh folk are all the same. Oh, and try not to fuck up your job, by the way. Otherwise you might end up like one of those ones that gets messed up in the procedure.
What?
It's just a little joke.
I don't know what you mean.
Door's behind you.
Tom, I see you got it done. Good lad. You won't regret it. How are you finding your new position?
Well,
Right, well then. Before you go, I've got some new accounts that need going over before close of play tomorrow. Try and get them done before I get in. We'll touch base at... Are you free at 2:30?
I think so.
Great. They might require a bit of blue sky thinking around page 235. That's nothing you can't handle, yes?
No problem at all, sir.
Perfect. I'll see you at 2:30. Sharp.
Good day at work?
Yeah, you could say that.
Tea?
I'd love a cup.
What'd you get up to?
Well, you know, just settling into the new position.
I see.
How was your day?
You know.
The kids?
Still here?
That's good.
They miss you.
Miss me, they're upstairs.
Asleep. They haven't seen you in days.
Well, is that my fault? I mean, I've got to work for this family. We both have to work for this family so that they can have the best lives. And if that means that they don't get to see both their parents every day, then I think in the long run, it'll be good. I mean, Christ, they're only 2 months old.
Good to see you have your priorities straight.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Are we happy?
What do you mean? Are we happy or am I happy?
Both.
I guess. Of course not all the time, but that's life.
That's life.
Yes, that's life. It's about compromise. You can't have everything you want. I mean, I have everything I want and I'm happy, but it's not perfect. Nothing ever is. Look, I understand that. And you have this big promotion at work, and that means you have to spend more time there and less time at home. Look, I appreciate how hard you're working, but that doesn't mean I don't feel how I feel. You have to understand that this isn't how I saw my life turning out. As I said, compromise.
You don't think I'm compromising as well? Compromising time with you and time with the kids to do this job that I hate, and working for people who talk down to me and patronise me and treat me like dirt. It's just that things are going to change.
Change?
Things are going to get better.
Wow.
Well, my boss, he considers things like this, and he knows that people like me, with my responsibilities, have family, and he gives us time. As long as we get our work done, they let us go home early. Look, just give me a couple of weeks, just to get on top of work, and I promise things will get better.
Okay, I understand. I'll see you upstairs.
Enter. Hello, sir. Sit. Yes, sir. You know how this works? I have been informed.
You know everything about me?
Comes with a job.
Where was I educated?
Oxford.
And where was I born?
North London. My wife's name? Sandra, but she goes by Sarah after she was teased at school. Very good. You understand who I am, don't you? You are a senior partner at PAA Limited. You work 90 hours a week, and my job is to maintain your reputation as a good father and husband. But just maintain my reputation. There are certain things I will not have you do. Sir? You may not spend any time with my children. I see. You may not read any of my documents. Of course. And most importantly, you may not touch or have any intimate contact with my wife. Is there anything else, sir? That'll be all for now. The way this is going to work is you will arrive at my house at 5:30 in time for a family meal. You will be charming, entertaining and helpful, and help my wife in any way she sees. Yes. You will go to bed with my wife at 10:30, whilst I will return from work at 11:30. We will then exchange places, and you will go and stay wherever you stay. The institution provides accommodation. Fine. The process will then repeat. I work Saturdays, but Sundays I will take over and spend the day with my family. I understand. You may leave. One more thing, sir. Yes. What's my name? I think Adam seems rather appropriate. Excellent choice, sir.
Hi. Hi. Oh. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Yeah, great, just great. How are the kids?
Oh, at a difficult age.
Oh God, I know.
How's Mark?
Oh, are you still Mark? Have you not heard?
No.
It's kind of a big deal, big new promotion. Really? Yes, he's been made senior manager.
Right.
Yeah, big new pay rise.
Thomas
And he's
is
promised to bring me on holiday afterwards to celebrate.
That's nice.
Yep. How is Thomas?
Well, speaking of promotions, he's just been made senior partner.
Oh, right. Well, he must be spending a lot of time at the office. Are you not seeing very much of him then?
Well, that's the thing, we're seeing more of each other.
More?
Yeah, more.
You sound hesitant.
I'm just not sure how.
I don't understand.
Well, he's been given more work to do, but he seems happier.
Surely that's a good thing.
Yes, but it's strange.
That's a good thing.
Yes, but it's strange.
Well, you've lost me.
There's just something different lately.
Different in a good way.
I think so.
That's life though, isn't it? People change, people grow
But we're
apart.
not growing apart. I just said, we're spending more time together. We're happier.
I guess Mark and I are just different then.
I guess.
Has something happened?
Yeah. I mean, no. It's like 1 minute we are growing apart, and the next he gets his promotion and he's a completely different person.
Oh, you've got to move on from this. People change, I've told you.
Maybe. It's just I speak to him, and it's like a different person speaks back. He touches me, and it's like a stranger. I say to myself, I know this man. I've married him, I've had his children for God's sake. But I feel like I'm only just getting to know him.
I don't understand why you're so confused. These all sound like good things.
This can be good and confusing at the same time, you know.
It's never a good thing to question a good thing. You might discover it was never a good thing to begin with.
I prefer this man. Though he's the same man. Yeah, he feels like a stranger, but I love him.
And so it goes. Do you want one?
No, I quit when we had the kids.
Would you mind if I?
Go ahead.
How are you doing?
Well,
Well?
yes, I'm doing well.
Well, that is good to hear. And your replication?
Most satisfactory.
How many have you been through?
Been through?
Replacements. Quite often there are a few imperfections in the first couple of batches. I've been through 7 myself. Usually it's down to some lazy technician in the labs, but they always get it right.
What happens to them?
You burn them.
Burn them.
Yes, we have a private incinerator. Oh, come now. You must remember not to humanize these things. They're not people like you and I. They may take on our appearances, be made of flesh and blood like us, but make no mistake, they are our creations, and we can do with them what we like. They're made to serve us, and if at any point they fail to fulfill their duties as our servants, then they must be replaced.
Well, I have no issues to report.
Oh, I know, it's difficult, because he is you, after a fashion. But you must remain impartial. That way they stick to their business of looking after the family, and we stick to ours of dealing with business.
Well, he's doing his job most satisfactorily.
You're not letting it alone with your children, are you?
No, he has his parameters.
And you've given it boundaries with your wife?
Yes, no inappropriate touching.
Leave that to the real men. Well, keep in touch with yours. If there is no defection in the first batch, then the lads must be doing their job properly.
I see. Is that all?
Take this.
What is it?
It's a precautionary measure. Well, to be more precise, it's a neurotoxin. In case things get a little out of hand.
How are things getting along? Excellent, sir. Everything seems to be under control.
Children?
The children, sir. I thought that was your domain.
Of course. I was just checking that your involvement regarding them was remaining
Minimum.
as was requested.
I see. Any suspicion from Sarah?
Not from what I can see. She seems most satisfied
And that's supposed to mean...
that she's happy with my work.
Have you had any intimate contact with my wife?
Intimate meaning
You very much know.
nothing beyond what was agreed. Our family, I mean your family, seem very happy. Sir,
Yes.
can I ask you something?
Go on.
Well, the accommodation here where we sleep is not very good. They make all of us sleep on the floor and it's very uncomfortable.
That doesn't sound like a question.
Well, I was just wondering whether it would be at all possible, with your permission of course,
Whether one night I could sleep in your bed. Adam, let me ask you something. What do you think you are? I am a physical replication of yourself, made from your DNA to mirror your appearance and personality, with the sole purpose of serving you and this company. Yes, I agree, that is literally what you are. But what do you think you are? I am you, am I not, sir? No, you are not me. To be anything near to me, you would have to be human. You are not human. You are an ungodly biological creation with no real purpose. Make no mistake. You are expendable. And if I ever hear you cause any trouble or do anything that I deem to be inappropriate, I will take no hesitation to execute you and replace you like that.
I understand completely, sir. May I ask whether there is another reason for this particular meeting?
No, there's no particular reason.
Am I in trouble?
That remains to be seen.
Can I do anything differently to improve your satisfaction levels with my performance?
No, you're doing everything I asked for, and for that I'm thankful.
Shall I carry on and return home? I mean, to your home, sir.
That sounds about right. I'll be home later for the swap. Sound good?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
How?
Get the fuck out of my house.
Your house? Your house? You're defective. Know your place.
Know my place? No, sir. You need to know your
You need to
place.
be incinerated.
You're no longer needed here. Your wife doesn't love you anymore. This has gone on long enough. Back the fuck up.
What the fuck is going on?
Not to worry, sweetheart. This man is an imposter. An imposter? You created me for a job you can no longer do.
You were part of my job. I needed you to do my job. You're just an expendable asset.
I want like your family is to
No,
you.
I did this for my family.
And look where it's got them. Your wife and children love me more than they ever loved you.
You are me.
No, you're me now, and I'm not losing this family. No, you're defective. You need to be shut down. This man is clearly crazy. Look, we need to leave.
You're leaving with him.
I don't know you.
I'm your husband.
I've never met you before. I don't know why you look like my husband, but you're not him.
Haven't you noticed anything different about me? About him?
He's my husband.
I did this for us, for our
This
family.
man is clearly crazy.
Go hide. She's not going anywhere. Look, let's be reasonable. She doesn't need to get involved.
What's involved? You got her involved. You had one job, to protect her from anything, and look where you've got her.
And I am protecting her. Look, I'll sort this out.
Don't leave me with him.
I'll come back. I'll sort this out. Look, I'll sort this all out.
Get the fuck out of my house.
This has gone on long enough. You need to be replaced. Replaced? Sarah knows everything. You think she can trust you now? No, there was no alternative. She has to understand. Understand what? That you pawned her off for some surrogate who treated her better than you ever did. She loves me now. Loves you? She thought you were me. No, she knew. How could she love someone whose priorities revolve around spreadsheets and numbers ever be good enough for her? I was at one point. Not anymore. It's no longer enough. That's why I built you. And now it's time for me to replace you. And so it goes, and so it goes. This is my life you're living. And that life has drawn its conclusion. It's time for me to take over. My life. My wife. My children. They don't want you anymore. Don't you want them to be happy? And what? I take over. It's what's best for the family. They might finally be happy. Aren't you sick of all this pretending? Sick of not being good enough for them? My job? I'm sure you have enough money saved away. I'm so sick of everything. I just want this to be done. Here, let me help you. Is it painless? I wouldn't know. I've never died. Wait, stop! I'll take good care of them for you.
Your name?
Tom.
Don't try that with me.
Sorry, force of habit. My name is Adam.
And what happened here, Adam?
He just went crazy.
Crazy?
He flipped, attacked his wife, and then he killed himself.
Well then, it happens. You should proceed to the incinerator and, that's that.
Right, sir. Sir, would it be at all possible if I were to not be incinerated?
And why would I allow that?
Spare the family the pain. They'd go from having 2 fathers to none.
You're an uneducated and defective clone. I hardly think that would work.
We would leave the city. No one would ever have to know.
I'll consider it.
You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with a hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with a hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I loved you most of all. You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose, crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with a hasty word you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I loved you most of all.